Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Laili Hanifa Fitriani, with the number is 205240337, and I will resume methodology study Islam subject 1 until subject 6. Okay, now I will resume uh, subject 1 first. Okay, in subject 1, I will explain about methodology. Now, why can we understand Islam just with passion? Now, linguistically, methodology comes from the word methodos and logos, which mean the science of the way. So, the methodology of Islamic study is a set of scientific, systematic, and measurable ways to understand this religion from all its sides. This is not just about diligently reciting, but about how we put vision and revelation in the right position. What the urgency? The urgency is very real in the era of information flood now. First, methodology becomes a child from practical understanding. We see the see the purpose of the Al-Quran being cut off the and used to judge other group. With the method, we understand that there is the sign of asbabul nuzul, there is a munasabah ayat, there is a rules of tafsir. Second, methodology is a bridge between static, standard, and universal sacred text with a dynamic, local, and ever-changing social reality. Without this bridge, religion can feel stiff and unburdened. Third, the methodology of training tolerance. When we understand that there are methods of Bayani, Burhani, Irfani, and many others, we become aware that the difference in opinion of the scholar is natural because of the different surgical tools. This is the foundation for consistent in the midst of diversity. Okay, subject 2, historical traces and intellectual transformation. When if we take it back, Islamic civilization when was one the world's lighthouse. In Baghdad, during the Abbasid dynasty, Baitul Hikmah stood. That place is not just library, but a world-class translation, research, and scientific debate center. There, Al-Khwarizmi laid the foundation of Al-Kibra. Ibn Sina wrote Al-Qanun fi at-Tib, which became of a reference for European medicine for 600 years, and Al-Biruni measured the circumference of the earth with an amazing level of accuracy. This is proof that the spirit of Islam encourages its people to become learners and researchers. Then, how about in Indonesia? The most obvious transformation is the change of IAIN to UIN. This is not a nameplate replacement. This is a paradigm leap. In the past, the study of Islamic was often considered spared from general science. Now, UIN Syarif Hidayatullah has the Faculty of Medicine, UIN Sunan Kalijaga has Informatical Engineering, and many others. The goal is one, integration. The concept of Wahdatul Ulum, or the unity of knowledge, so that religious scholars do not stutter technology and science scholars do not derive spiritually. The graduates are expected to be doctors who memorize the Al-Quran or tafsir expert who understand science data. This is Islam is as Islam is this is Islam's answer to the challenge of modernity, not rejecting the time but quilting the times. Subject 3: Religion and Human Existence. Enter the deeper realm. What do humans need religion for? Experts have various answers. Clifford Kurt, an anthropologist, said the religion is a symbol system that gives humans a map to interpret life and suffering. Without the map, without the map, humans are confused. Ibn Khaldun in Muqaddimah called religion as the highest asabiyah, which is a social glue that units peoples who are not even related to blood. The function of religion is layered spiritual function, is connecting human with God through worship. This fills the existential void. Physiological function is become a coping mechanism in the midst of a crisis. Prayer and zikir give peace that cannot be moral and social function is become a source of ethic. The concept of halal haram, fair just, just the thing to that society is not chaotic. Today's biggest challenge is globalization and secularization. The boundaries become liquid. Religion information can be obtained from TikTok 15 seconds. On the one hand, this is good, processing become easy. On the other hand, it is dangerous. Because anyone can be an imported ustad or ustada with a clear scientific tradition. This is where methodology acts as a filter. We are invited to distinguish which is the absolute qat'i argument, which is the zoni argument that it is still ijtihad space. So that it is not easy to judge and not easily provoked. Subject 4: Characteristics and dimension of Islamic teaching. Hmm. What makes Islamic different? There are five many characteristics that we must know. First, Rubaniyah. The sword is from Allah, not man-made, because of the rule is free from the interest of laws. Second, complete is Shumuliya. Complete. Islam does not only regulate the way of prostration, but also how to trade, how to network, how to lead the country, how to go to the toilet. From waking up to going back to sleep, there is a guide. Third, wasotonia, moderate in the middle, not excessive if like a monk who is not married and not that indifferent, like someone who does not want to worship at all. Islam a balance between this word and the hereafter. For is insania, for humanizing human, all degrees are the same in the eyes of God. The only difference is taqwa. Islam come to abolish slavery and slavery for women. Last, natural, universal all for all nation, not just for Arab. Therefore, Islam is rahmatan lil alamin, mercy for all nature. What are the dimensions of the contents? Their main pillars, Aqidah as the root. Believe in the pillars of faith. If the roots are strong, the tree does not fall easily. Worship as a root, the pillars of Islamic are proof of division morals as the fruit. Why pray diligently if you still like to lie and hurt people? The purpose was sent to perfect moral. So understanding this characteristic make us uh, wall religious, not trigger and still bring masalah. Subject 5, Islam as a cultural and social symptom. Well, this is the part that often make the difference between Islam and cultures. We have to be able to separate Islam as a religion is absolute, universal, and eternal. Example: 5 times for prayer, Ramadan fasting, haram for pigs. It didn't change until the end of the world. Islam, as the cultural product, is a human expression in carrying out relevation. This is local, relative, and changeable. When Islam come to the archipelago, it had a dialogue with the local culture. The result is amazing. The architecture of the Menara Kudus Mosque is similar to temple Sekaten tradition in Yogyakarta, Sufi literature Hamzah Fansuri, Tombok Arya Sol, even clothes and sarong and our culture. This is proof that Islam is not anti-cultural. In fact, Islam promotes the value of tawhid into culture, not to eradicate culture. This is what is called the privatization of Islam by Gus Dur. But there is a red line, syncretism, that is to mix up the fight until it alms that is extended to acts from servitude to the sin, not to Allah. This is where we need methodology. This is this is where and we need methodology. We appreciate culture as a contract container as long as the content are essence does not hit our head. We can wear traditional clothes as long we cover our genitals. We can serve as long the inten- intention is to keep others from sake of Allah. So the key is al muhafadha ala al qadim as soleh wa akhdhu bi al jid al aslah, keeping good old tradition and taking new things that are better. Subject Subject 6, various study methods and approaches. In closing, um, I entered the science kitchen. What are the surgical tools used by scholars to study Islam? There are three major approaches that are known. First, Bayani method. This is method of fiqh and tafsir expert. The K is the next. The higher source of truth is Al-Quran and Hadith. The tools are Arabic language, usul fiqh and ulumul Quran. The main question: what does the text say? This method is important to pick up the law. Second, Burhani method. This is the method of philosopher Sakas, Al-Farabi, and Ibn Rushd. The K is logic and relation evidence. They do not reject the text, but reason the text so that it can be dialogued with science and philosophy. The question is, mm, does it, does this make sense and can be proven? Okay. Last is Iqbani method. This is the method of the Sufis. The key is calves in inner elevation through riyadhah and mujahada. From them, true knowledge is not enough in the head, but must the, must be felt in the heart. The question is, what does Kolbu feel? In addition, there is modern approach sociological to see how religion lives in society and historical to track the context of the elevation of verses or the emergence of hadith. So, the big conclusion there is no single method that the most correct. Okay, uh, enough by me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.